Crack on. So today we've got the opportunity to take out a little Honda GB350S. I thought I'd take you along for the journey, see what I think about it. It's more than I expected for the little 20 horsepower engine. I am a little under the weather, so you might hear the odd sniffle and stuff like that, but I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum. It just bops. And you know what? It does feel like a good town bike. Now I know I watched Kate's video because she does all the work, and I just use what she does. And it does have an eco light that really does look like an indicator light. Like, if you look at this, I can make it flash like an indicator. You can turn that off. On Kate's video she didn't know that at the time, but people have told her that you can, by pressing some of the buttons. You can turn the eco light off, which is actually pretty useful. Oh man, it's good for filtering. Oh, it's 30 mile an hour in first. Like, it is more than fast enough to get you up to the speed. I do need fuel. She's not left me with any fuel. And fifth gear doesn't really do much in fifth. One thing that really did surprise me about this bike when I got on it, so this is the first ever time I've ridden this bike. I've not been anywhere else on it, I've not done any errands. This is the first time. And what I really didn't expect is the seat height. It's got quite a high seat compared to how it looks. It looks like it should have a low seat height. Like, I'm not the smallest, but I'm still. It's not hard. I think I'm 5'11". I've got normal length legs. I'm not sure what length my legs are, but it feels like it's much taller than it. Well, it is much taller than it actually looks. Like, quite a bit taller actually. It's not this one, it's the next one. But yeah, it's nice and look at this. Look how easy this is. We can just scoot like that. Look at that. So we're turning left in a sec. You do have to be mindful what gears you are in though. That is a thing. I am going to be doing a separate video where I think that might be tomorrow or next week, but we're going to do a separate video where I take it on a long ride. Honda are claiming 350 miles to a tank on a 15 litre tank. Now, if it does, wow, but I'm a little bit sceptical, because that's saying it's going to do over 100 miles to the gallon. Like, that's a lot of miles to gallon. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to brim the tank, and then we're going to go riding tomorrow. You know, my problem though is I'm going to like this bike, and the reason I'm going to like it is just because it's got a small engine. I am a fan of small cc bikes. Like, I do like a bike that you have to rev and you have to work, and that's just small. Smaller bikes are much easier to ride. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You can go through the smallest of gaps. No bother. No bother whatsoever. The helmet's making a squeaking noise. I don't know if that's picking up, but it's making a squeaking noise. that light makes me keep thinking, oh, well, this was a mistake, weren't it? Right, we'll just come down here like this, and we'll get in front of a few of them. There we go. It is nimble. And one thing to point out on this bike, oh my god, the clutch, it's non-existent. Oh, do you know why else I keep thinking the indicator's on? Because of the eco light, and because it's got the constant on indicator lights. I look down and I can see orange. You can see the indicators from my riding position, and because I can see orange, it's making me think that the indicators are on. We're gonna have to, when I do the long trip, I'm gonna have to work out how to turn that light off. But I do like the dash. Like, I like how small, simple, it tells you everything. It's got a fuel gauge. I do like it. I've seen a few people saying that they don't like it because it's a bit offset. But I don't know if it's because I've got the camera here, but being offset allows me to see it better. But I've seen a few comments where people were saying they weren't a fan because it was off to the left a bit. And I understand that, I get that. It does pull alright. It's surprising. It's not fast. Obviously it's not fast, it's 20 horsepower. It can never be fast at 20 horsepower. Because I think Kate said before I left it's around the 180 kilogram mark. The bike is about 180 kg with 20 horsepower. So we're not gonna be beating any land speed records. When I first looked at this bike, I thought it was like more of a blue, but it's not. It's more of a grey. And I wasn't a particularly big fan of it when I first seen it. Like, look at that. 4th gear, 3rd gear, it struggles. I am liking the fact that a lot of the manufacturers now are putting longer gearing on. I think they're learning they don't need the snappy bah bah bah. It's not about the full on power. I'm trying to speak a little bit lower as well, because I noticed on the last video I got excited and I was shouting a lot and the microphone didn't like it. So I am trying to speak in a much lower tone, if I can. Do you know what? The suspension's quite nice as well. This is quite a bumpy road. It's only a 30 road, but it's taking it. Like the last bike I rode was Bonneville, and that didn't like bumps. That was not a fan of the bumps. But this is actually decent. I think this car wants to go past. I'll let him past. I'm not in a rush. We move over, yeah. This is a 30-year-old dude. I don't know if it's just this one or not, but what I have noticed is there's a bit of a flat spot. He was going regardless. He was already out. This bike is a fantastic plodder. It really is. And one thing that surprised me as well. I know I say one thing. There's lots of things that surprised me, but the next thing, we'll say the next thing that surprises me. I was expecting it to be silent because it's only a 350. I was expecting it to sound similar to like a 125, but it's actually got a nice thud to it. It actually sounds quite nice. I'm driving a bus. Oh, I've turned the heated gloves on right, and it is beautiful. If anyone who's not tried heated gloves, seriously, you need to get some. Whether you can get some to have or just to try, I cannot stress they are the best thing ever. The best thing ever. They're so good. Yeah, if anything, I was expecting it to be a lot softer than it is. The suspension's quite firm, which is actually quite a nice ride. Oh. It's actually taking the bumps. Fantastic. Oh, it's a bit chilly. Since the last video, I've shaved my beard off. I had a pretty big beard, and I've never needed a thing. Yeah, we all know what a thing is, right? No, I've never needed a buff because of the beard, and to not have a buff on this time really was a mistake. Oh, look at this! It's actually. That was third. That was just third gear. Like, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like, you are sat on full throttle, and I think fifth is pointless, maybe. Whoa. Oh man, this is fun. You have to actually give the bike some beans. Whoop, whoop. It's bumpy. This road is incredibly bumpy, by the way. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it is. It's a beast. It's a beast. I just need to be a bit more braver. I'm being a bit not brave. It actually, I'm 14 stone, and we're comfortably doing 60. Fourth gear. I've seen some comments as well about fifth gear being more of a cruising gear than an accelerating gear. Apparently it goes faster in fourth than it does in fifth. I'm hoping it's got fuel light, because we don't have a lot of fuel. Yeah, it's fun. It is fun. Yeah, fifth. We'll just leave it in fourth. It doesn't sound like it's over revving. It is quite windy as well. Up north, where we ride, it is very, very windy. Oh, it's great. Oh. We're going to do a lap. Oh, I don't know how to turn traction control off. This might be a problem. Do you know what? If they did this in a Scrambler version, it'd be decent. Look, there's another one in. It would be decent in a Scrambler version, you know. Some knobblies on this. It would be. Oh yeah, I forgot about the wire. Yeah, we can't stand up too much. We've got heat. We're connected. If I this is as good a spot as any, right? To check it out. So what I'll do same as last time. I'll put the stats up on screen. But yeah, it I know that I don't have to go as far away now because of the super lens. So this is probably far enough. You could use this as a Scrambler. The suspension's plush enough to take it. The exhaust might be a bit of a problem. It's got decent ground clearance as well, which is probably why This would be a good scrambler bike, or a good laning bike, you know. I quite like it. I don't think I'd have one. It's just not got the torque for me. I'd only really have one if it was getting scrambled. I do think I would like a little bit more on the a little bit more from the engine. Maybe just another 5-10 horsepower would really make the difference. But it just looks so nice. Like, imagine, right, tail tidy. We get a tail tidy on here, bring that up here, but maybe to like here, shorten that up, a nice thumping exhaust, get rid of the matte black one, and I think, you know, I really like the styling of this. I was very sceptical when I first seen it, but like the seat's quite comfortable. The rear light, it just all looks nice. Like, look how nice this headlight looks. Look at that. That looks so cool. Like, this is a really nice bike. Right, we're going to plug ourselves back in because we're not being cold. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. On. Not as hot. On. Not as hot. Right. Oh, guys, if you're looking for a way to connect and not have the wire dangling, get on like this. Put the wire in between your legs. I don't know if you can see this, but if I do this and get on like that, the wire goes in between my legs. You kind of sit on the wire, no dangling wire. Oh no! Oh, we made it! We made it! We made it! I thought traction control were going to make us tell us no there. I actually thought traction control were going to say, not today, sir. This, do you know what? With this suspension and it would make a good. I'd like one of these to go and check doing a little bit of green laning on. I don't know how to turn the traction. Oh wow, that's hot. One sec. We might not make it up this one. This is a bit dirty, and I've got road tyres on. Look at that. Not a problemo. But I think, I like it. I like it a lot. It surprised me. I didn't think this would be anything, but I do like it. I probably should put in a fuel stop. Like, we're in 4th gear, just cruising. We can go 5th if we want, but we'll have to gear down when we come to this hill. But look at this! Oh! Oh! That was scary. I didn't expect it to be that one. I've not been up here for years. I didn't expect that to be too much of a drop. Oh, I need to turn that eco light off. I'm going to learn how to do that when we get back. Like, look, why is there so much traffic? It doesn't make any sense. I understand the hype for this bike. Like, I really thought that I weren't gonna like it in the slightest. It's gonna be awful. But after riding this, I really want to try the Triumphs 400s now. To see how it is in comparison. And do you know what, right? I've got an old Honda Dominator 650, and I used to ride. I've ridden a lot of old Hondas way back in the day when I didn't have a license and stuff. You know, as you do, you know. And it feels like an old Honda. Like, the engine feels. It feels carbed, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a refined, fuel-injected motorbike. It actually feels like it's more carbed than anything. But like, look at this, a 350cc, we're doing 40 mile an hour comfortably in 3rd gear. Like, I could put it in 4th, or even 5th, but it feels like, I think it's going to stall. Well, I want to ride up there. Oh, we should ride up there. Oh no. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. We're about to see what it's like on a motorway. Now, Now, we're about to see how it handles on the old. Oh. I don't think he was in the right lane, mate. I think that was the wrong lane. But GG's. I mean, if it does this, we are going downhill, and I am a big old wind sail. So when Kate does the review, oh, that mirror's moved. I banged it. When Kate does a review, it's hard for the normal person to take into that account because she is so small. We're going to do a motorway testing now. Oh, the headlight seems bright. I really would like a rev counter. A rev counter would really make it a little bit more pleasant. So this is a real test on the motorway now. See if it's how it's going to be. Okay, they're going in there. Yeah. Right, we've got to give it some. Get up to about 50. Oh, not quite 50. It doesn't feel like, it's weird when you're revving it. It doesn't feel like you're getting to the top of the revs. We're climbing uphill here. Like, we are giving it a lot. Oh, thank you. We are giving it quite a lot, but we are also climbing a hill, which with 14 stone, and I'm not the smallest of wind. I'm like a pretty big windbreak. We are still going uphill here, so it's not bad. I do think though, with a set of off-road tyres, this would be decent. I've got to 70, put it in 5th, and then we just chill. Oh, turn my heat gloves on. Oh, this is going to be an issue. I don't know how to turn this one on. I'll do it like this. I can! Not recommended, guys. This is not the recommended way to turn it on. But no, we climbed the hill, we finished the hill, and we're just chilling. 5th gear, we got fuel now, so I don't think we're going to run out. And we're just vibing. That's what we're doing. The mirrors are quite narrow. You do have to give yourself a big shunt. The mirrors probably should be a little bit further, but they are also in a pretty good spot. Like, it's a bit uncomfortable to see behind you. You need to move your arm, but it's also quite nice not having things stuck out miles, because it does have a nice wide set of bars on, which I do like. I can't get how light this clutch is. It almost feels like you're pulling nothing in. There we go, we're opening it up now. We're setting the full 28 horsepowers free. We got the Galloping Stallions. We got the Galloping Stallions going for it. The Galloping Stallions! Oh, we're off! Look at this bad boy! I do like this road a lot. I do like this road a lot. Oh, that was a cat's eye, and that was a limiter! We're not doing optimal shifts, are we? We're hitting the limiter. Oh, it's a bit sketch when you hit cat's eyes. It doesn't like cat's eyes. That's the thing. The suspension is quite firm, and you hit a cat's eye, and you know about it. we've set the galloping stallion free. Right, I suppose now it's time to head up here, right? Because why wouldn't we go up here on this bike? Let's go and see what it can do up here. This is not the ideal place for it. If it gets a bit sketch, we're going to turn around like this. This is already. Do you know what? This would make an incredible trail bike. We're down. We've just tackled Rocky Road up Rivington on a bone stock Honda GB350S. Like, wow. If that could do that with stock tyres on, that can go anywhere. It really can. That was a lot of fun. My conclusion is, I like it a lot. Let's see what we've gone through. So I'm just using Kate's shared notes now. So let's see what we'll go through. 350cc, just over 20 horsepower. It's decent. It feels a lot better than I expected. I wasn't so keen on the colour at the start. Turns out it's pretty good. Brakes on it aren't the best, but it's adequate. Is it worth the £4,000 price tag? Absolutely, absolutely it is. It's it doesn't feel cheap when you're riding it, and £4,000 is a very, very cheap bike. I would own one, but I couldn't justify one. If I wanted something to poodle around on, yeah, it'd be a great bike. It really would. The biggest surprise was the seat height. With 800mm seat height, it is very, very tall. I didn't expect it to be that tall, but it's probably the reason what makes it so good for going up off-roading. It will be an incredible scrambler bike. The clutch is super light. The bike doesn't feel like it's 180 kg. It feels a lot lighter. I think the weight is quite low down on it. But yeah, my conclusion is it's a very good bike. It's a very decent bike. So yeah, hopefully you liked this vlog, and I'll catch you on the next one.